Hi everyone, I'm your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you to everyone for your support. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to my day one subscribers. I need for you all to listen to this video. Yes, listen to it from beginning to end. Continue to engage in the comment section respectfully. Also, head on over to the community section. I have some polls going on. Vote, 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 vote. And let me jump right into the topic. And don't forget to like this video, share this video. Thank you guys again for your supporting my channel, The Mix, and listen to this video from beginning to end. Okay, Tory Lanez update. Yes, breaking Tory Lanez update. For those who have been following the Tory Lanez post-trial actions, you all are aware of what's going on in terms of sentencing, which is scheduled to my understanding for Monday, I think August 7th. It's either Monday or Tuesday. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's Monday, August 2nd. For those who are not familiar with this topic, go ahead and just familiarize yourself with what's going on in the video section of my channel. There's several videos on Mr. Daystar Peterson, that's his government name, aka Tory Lanez, who was convicted of powwowing MTS. She's a rapper. Tory Lanez is a music artist as well. He's a businessman. He's a philanthropist because he's done, to my understanding, community work as well. He's a high-level artist, in my opinion, and very talented. MTS is a rap girl, one of those rap girls. She's an artist. She's talented in her own right as well. Mr. Tory Lanez, government name, Daystar Peterson, his sentencing is finally here after so many different postponements. But that happens. That's happening, rightfully so. If you have an attorney, a good attorney, your attorney is going to do whatever they need to do within the legal realms of the system to advocate for you on your behalf. So I'm going to go ahead and share some excerpts of this article with you guys. I'm not sharing my screen because I'm reading from another device. So this article is from the Rolling Stones.com online. Tory Lanez lawyers seek probation, not prison, as sentencing nears. And again, sentencing is scheduled, to my understanding, for Monday, August 7th. But again, don't quote me on that. Ahead of Tory Lanez sentencing on August 7th, the rapper's lawyers filed a court memo on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, requesting that he be sentenced to probation and a stay in a drug treatment facility instead of prison after being found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, so I'm assuming this memo prepared by Mr. Lanez's attorneys was, today is Saturday, you guys, 5th. Yeah, today's Saturday the 5th. So Wednesday was, I believe, the 2nd. Okay. Prosecutors had previously requested that the judge sentence Lanez, real name Daystar Peterson, yes, his government name, to 13 years in prison, but the rapper's defense argued in a 41-page memo that Lanez should instead be sent to rehab, citing his alcohol addiction and severe child trauma. Okay, which is, rightfully so, simply because, he has an attorney. His attorney is advocating for his client within the legal realms of the law. So if there is, and all of this is taken into consideration, this just doesn't happen to Daystar Peterson. This happens to this type of actions. If you have a good attorney, this happens on a regular basis. So this is nothing new. But yeah. The article further cites, however, Peterson's lawyers declined to admit their client's guilt in the memo, as Peterson has continued to maintain his innocence even after being convicted of the charges. The evidence is questionable at best and by no means overwhelming, they wrote. That's his attorneys wrote. Assuming the allegations are true, Mr. Peterson's psychological, physical, and childhood trauma was a factor in the commission of the offense, the memo stated. So they're not admitting that what they convicted him of, which was the jury, he's not, his team of attorneys is not admitting this. They mean, hey, his childhood, you have to take his childhood issues into consideration, which to me, that's fair. And that happens too, even with like I said, with regular people on a regular basis. So this is nothing new, you guys. Likewise, the current offense is connected to Mr. Peterson's childhood trauma and mental illness, alcohol use disorder, which compromised his ability to manage and regulate his emotions and behaviors, and that his alcohol use disorder played a significant role in the alleged offense. And to speak to that, and this is just my opinion, reaction and commentary, and to speak to this, basically, Mr. Daystar Peterson continues to state that he's innocent, which I believe he is, and I stand behind what I said for my own reasons, head on over to the video section and check out some of my videos as to why I feel, in my opinion, that he is innocent. So, but honing in on this part, which I just didn't understand, how come his former team of attorneys didn't focus in on the alcoholism that took place this particular night? Because to my understanding, it was lit. So how can anyone make any type of sound decision under alcohol or alleged drug abuse? So, I mean, the former stylist testified, basically stating how lit they all were, you know, and some were more lit than others, and lit in the term jargon, all of that language, lit meaning intoxicated, highly intoxicated. So how can you be mentally sound and be able to make certain decisions while you're highly intoxicated? So that's that. Okay, the article further cites in a previous memo, prosecutors hinted at requesting a harsh sentence, perhaps even exceeding the 22-year maximum the charges allow. Wow, that's excessive. They ultimately asked for a 13-year sentence, which the defense felt was too still excessive. And this is my first time reading this article, you guys. So yeah, that is excessive. 13 years is excessive. I do not believe Daystar Peterson is violent. Like, the conviction and the charges on paper states, I don't believe that at all. That's just my opinion. If the judge were to sentence Peterson to prison instead of probation and rehab, they acknowledge that that Peterson was presumptively ineligible for probation. The defense asked for 3 years behind bars. Okay, that's fair. Peterson has remained behind bars since December 2022 after he was found guilty of 3 charges: first-degree assault with a firearm, discharge of the firearm with gross negligence, and having a concealed firearm in a vehicle unregistered. Judge David Hereford, who the defense argued should have been disqualified from the case, denied the rappers. Okay, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I actually went over the entire article excerpt, so if you're interested in reading the entire article, head on over to rollingstones.com and yeah, and have it at your leisure. Read the article in its entirety. Okay, so in my opinion, I do not think probation is a ridiculous request. Like I said before, Mr. Daystar Peterson has an attorney advocating on his behalf, and that is part of the Constitution. So we all have that right. I do not believe TORY LANEZ is this recklessly violent person. I don't. That's just my opinion. And in the court of law, Mr. Peterson's attorneys, like I said, have every right to request whatever they feel is just for their client to either make the to make the sentencing right, to get it, you know. They also, in my opinion, some people act like TORY LANEZ have been over here in the United States running amok. He has his issues, like we all have, or may have, encountered in our personal lives, some in secret, some public, you know. So we're not celebrities, we're just regular people. So just imagine things that's going on within your life or your family that no one else knows about on this national stage, meaning the internet in the United States, unless you put your information out there. You know, so in my opinion, Mr. Daystar Peterson, things that he's experienced in his life, whether it be, you know, childhood trauma, all of that, even issues with his baby mama, to my understanding, if some of those want to point that out, you know, some people go through that. All nationalities go through that in terms of arguments, maybe fights. Not to say that that's right or whatever, but it's conflict within the household, within the family, or within a relationship. So that's common. That's common. So if you all want to point to that and try to cite that is an example of Mr. LANEZ being violent, I don't agree. I respectfully disagree. So, but yeah. So, but what are your thoughts? Like this video, share this video. I think probation is just time served, all of that, you know. So wow, I think, in my opinion, 13 years is incredibly excessive. It's excessive, and I hope his attorneys are still pursuing an appeal. I mean, go for the appeal, regardless if the sentence is being reduced, still go for that appeal to remove this from his record, because then, like I stated before, it's more to the story. There's more to the story. They were all intoxicated. I cannot understand why that wasn't the focus. So, I wasn't an attorney. I'm not an attorney, all of that, but I think if that would have been the focus of his former team of attorneys at trial, then that would have painted a different picture of the narrative in itself. So, but yeah. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Sentencing is Monday. We shall see. Probation, I think, is fair, and I think maybe 2 to 3 years. If it's reasonable, in my opinion, is reasonable, or just strictly probation. And time served. More importantly, that first, probation and time served. If the judge doesn't go for that, then sentencing, an incredible reduction of sentencing, probably 2 years, in time served. So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like this video, share this video. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.